Dear students, I have started chapter number 2, Growth of Nationalism, and already one video I have shared. In that video, I have explained economic policies introduced by British government like land revenue policies, one-way free trade policies, ill treatment with indigo cultivators, and other policies I have discussed. Finally, resentment came to existence, grievances came to existence, and people became very angry, and their anger converted in the nationalism. So, this is one cause I have taught. Second cause I am going to teach you the repressive colonial policies. First one, economic policies, British government that led to the rise of nationalism. Second point is there, repressive colonial policies. It is second cause, and in this cause, basically I will discuss four or five points, and these points are very important for your examination purpose. Dear student, you know this one. If colonial government will be there, so colonial government, the main nature will be there to exploit colonial people, colonial resources, and utilize that resource for the welfare of colonizers' country or in the favor of colonizers. Some policies introduced by British government, made by British government, that increase the nationalism in India. First one, basically, I am going to teach you Lord Lytton, and only one policy I will teach you, Lord Ripon. The first one I am going to start, Lytton. Lord Lytton was viceroy from 1876 to 1880, and his policy, his policies will be explained by me today. First one, Lord Lytton organized Grand Delhi Darbar in 1877, and in this Darbar, the Queen of Victoria declared as Empress of India, and lakhs of rupees is spent. In the same time, at the same time, what happening in India? India was in the grip of famine, and many innocent people died. And I would like to mention the British official statement means government not having sufficient fund, that government will uh, provide some remedies to those needy people who are dying. And same year, government had money to spend lakhs of rupees when Queen is coming to India. So that hurt the sentiment of Indians, and that sentiment converted in nationalism. I think my words are getting now. Next point, Lord Lippon introduced Vernacular Press Act in 1878. What was this one? Vernacular Press Act. According to this act, if any newspaper, any editor is there, he has written any things against the British government, or any article he has written that is going to boost up nationalism amongst the Indian, so his press will be seized by that act, and this act is also known as Gazing Act. Means right to expression will be suppressed. I think you know the role of media, role of press. I'll teach later. So press will create political awareness, political sensibility, political enlightenment, and Lord Lytton did not like. So Vernacular Press Act he introduced. This act was implemented only on vernacular newspaper. It was not implemented on English newspaper. Next one, Arms Act. What was Arms Act? If any Indian having gun without license, so it will be considered criminal offense. But if one British person having gun without license, no problem. Means this act was not implemented on British person, but it was implemented on Indians. That's also hurt the sentiment of Indians. Next one, lowering the age limit of civil services examination. I think my words are very much familiar about UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. So today India is a sovereign nation. To say this one constitutional body is there. Okay, Union Public Service Commission. That time, civil services examination were also held, and by that examination, ICS officers has been elected. Sorry, had been appointed. Then what happened? Lord Lytton did not like that if any Indian will reach that post. So what he has done? Earlier, age limit was 21. Means if any Indian below than 21 and he is graduated, then he can participate in that examination. And if he will crack the examination, he will be selected. He will be district magistrate. Okay, he will be bureaucrats. Okay, but Lord Lytton reduced the age limit 21 to 19. Meaning, you know this one, in Indian continent or Indian society, I am talking about that time, not today. Very children started studying very late. So when they will complete their education, means they will be graduated, so they will be over age, means more than 21. So when they will be more than 21, they can't write ICS examination, so then they can't be bureaucrats. So that was the policy, and that hurt the sentiment of educated Indian. Okay, and one more point that is very very important: the import duty on the British textiles were removed. What do you mean by this one? Suppose any commodities coming to India, one way free trade I have taught you. Same here. British commodities coming to India, no tax. Indian commodities going to outside, means Indian silk very demanded. So more tax imposed on Indian material which was going to sell to England. So means this is exim policy, and how to destroy Indian cottage industries. So British government made policy like this one. So that's also hurt the sentiment of Indian. Now next one, and that is last one, Ilbert Bill. After Lytton, Ripon became the viceroy of India, British India, and he had one law member in his council named C.P. Ilbert. Please pay attention. Once you will listen, you will be very comfortable. What happened? C.P. Ilbert advised to Lord Ripon that there is a discrimination in judiciary, and means if dispute will be there between European and Indian culprit, or civil case is there, Indian and European, so only European judges are allowed, Indian judges were not allowed. If dispute will be there between Indian and Indian, then only Indian judges were allowed. So C.P. Ilbert communicated to Ripon, okay, this is the discrimination and it should be eliminated. Means equality is not existed in judiciary system, so it should be removed, and fair position given to both judges. And after that, Ilbert Bill was introduced. Ilbert Bill was passed, and after that, discrimination in judiciary has been removed. Then what happened? When this news came to existence, after that, what happened? Britishers made one defense association and they started agitation. They told that कि black judge will punish us, and after that they made pressure on British Parliament, and finally amendment taken place. So after that, educated Indian knew this one कि British government will not provide equality in judiciary also, and it is a kind of a propaganda that Britishers had fair play. Means Britishers don't have fair play, and discrimination restored by Britishers, and that hurt the sentiment of Indian people. So dear student, today only this much, and next day I'll teach you socio-religious reform movement. In this one only 2 topics given in your syllabus. First one Raja Ram Mohan Rai and Brahmo Samaj. Second one Jyotiba Phule. Okay. So next day I'll explain this one. Thank you.